What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here with two unloaded Glock 26s or Glock 26 clones, and we're going to get in that. But before we get started, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on the 26. Also, tell me your thoughts on the GForce Rapture GF9. Both handguns are unloaded, and I do have to say, both handguns 100% reliable, as you would expect out of a Glock 26 or Glock 26 clone. Now, why are we comparing these two videos, right? Or these two handguns in this video? Well, they take the exact same upper. So I can take the upper off my Carry 26, throw it on the Rapture, and vice versa, allowing you to get your desired grip angle if needed. Look at the grip angle difference. A lot of people prefer an 18-degree grip angle or 1911 grip angle, or grip angle that's on majority of the handguns that aren't Glock related. And on top of that, another reason for it is people are used to the older handguns that they normally carry. If they never carried a Glock before, they'd probably want a Glock with this grip angle that they're used to. I'm just really used to Glock grip angles, but honestly, I can shoot anything fine. And we're comparing these because they're similar but different. Like I said, the upper and lowers are interchangeable, but the mags aren't. For instance, this mag right here and this mag right here, everything's unloaded, like I said. They don't work, right? Doesn't work, and this won't even fit. And that is a downside for a lot of people. People are like, what's the point? Why have a handgun that can't take the 26 mags but is compatible with the rest of everything else? Well, using a Gen 3 system almost ensures you a working handgun. If you use quality parts for internals, you're going to have a good quality working handgun if you do things right. And so far, so good with the GForce Arms Rapture GF9. Sorry, it's a bit of a mouthful. But why switch up the mags? Well, look at this line right here. Let's compare them in width, length, all that. See the slides? Same exact width. But look at the frame. Look how much thinner. It's about maybe even a quarter of an inch thinner frame on the Rapture. Now, it's still 12+1. And on this right side, this is 13+1, but with a base plate that I had to pay money for. So you can see the Rapture does lose in a capacity battle. But I did have to buy this, whereas this is just the mag and base plate that comes on it. Now, both are great handguns. The Glock 26, though, has a 3.4-inch barrel. The GForce Rapture GF9 has a 3.25-inch barrel. The GForce Arms actually comes with a lot that the Gen 3 Glock 26 doesn't, like forward and rear serrations, an optics-ready slide. I had to buy something like this. This is an aftermarket upper, versus this right here comes like that right out of the box, and that's big for people. Also, you know those crappy little sights that come on every Glock? Or almost every Glock, I should say? Yeah, doesn't come on the GForce Rapture like that. The GForce Rapture comes with 3-dot fiber optic sights, green in the rear, orangish red up front, and they're solid metal sights with a U-notch rear. So once again, beating the Glock 26 in my opinion. You just can't beat the overall reliability, durability, and how much you can depend on the Glock 26. And that is the major reason it's one of my favorite carry options. But as you can see, another change they did. Look at the Glock 26 trigger. It's a semi-flat trigger. It's not fully rounded like the shields and stuff like that. But look at the trigger on the GForce Arms. Someone said that's like a Overwatch Precision clone trigger. It's just a beautiful trigger. It fits your hand perfectly. Has that little hook at the end. Absolutely great. Now, another reason to get a handgun like this. That frame, like I said, is thinner. If you have a harder time concealing a thicker handgun, which some people do, even if it's that short, this is much, much thinner. I'm telling you, when you feel it, it feels so good in the hand, and it is more ergonomic than my Gen 3s because the finger grooves don't necessarily fit my fingers. My fingers sort of sit on them in a weird way, whereas this is just straight down all the way with tons of texturing. So even though I do like finger grooves for locking your fingers into place, right here has a deep undercut, and then that traction, that texturing, that stippling is what locks those fingers in there. So overall, I think the frame on this is a big, big winner. The frame is a big part of this, and I'm going to reach out to them. I'm going to tell them they should just sell the frame with a mag or two and a mag catch. Have a little package, because then you can already take your 26 upper and lower internals and make the handgun that you want, you know, with your desired grip angle, your texturing, you know, that whole sort of thing. Now, which handgun do I like or trust better? I just got to be real with you. I'm too familiar with the 26. I've ran it for so many years. I have so many of them, so I'm going to say 26. But to be honest, the GForce could be the sleeper of the year, and we're going to keep it as a contender for the moment being. So far, it's in the lead, but we're in early January. Therefore, we can't decide that this is the sleeper of the year. But I really think it is, and I think this is going to have a lot of sales by the end of the year. I think a lot of people are going to get onto this, and that just helps competition. But anyways, they both take down like a Glock. As you can see, pins are basically identical. Pin, pin. You can get different backstrap options to make your grip thicker, thinner, whatever the case may be, although I do prefer the backstrap that it came on. Mags are quality, metal mags, absolutely love it. Metal mag release, and it comes with 2 of them. And then you have a little stippling right here with a little bit of a gas pedal, something to fight some recoil with, keep your finger off the trigger, and it feels like the rest of the texturing on here. But you know why I love my Glock 26s so much. Not only is it reliability, but I can throw that big boy in there, that 33 rounder in there, 33 plus 1, and it'll run flawlessly. I can throw the Glock 19 mags, so you're taking the most plentiful mags in the world. There are more mags in Glock than any other company in the world. I know it. I don't have to look at a piece of paper. We just know that the Glock 9mm mags are the most common mags in the world. Therefore, when crap hits the fan, it makes something like this so valuable, so useful, and just easy to work with. But it will be nice having something like this, because if crap hits the fan, you can still use Glock 26 internals. You just can't use the mag catch and the mags. So having this along with the 26, I think is where this thing really shines. Now, even if you just bought this to carry it, it's a great option. It's a great choice. It's going to save you some money, leave you some room for a holster, maybe an optic if you want one. But it's just a good quality handgun. What I like about it is, just like I had to buy this extra slide right here, and because this is a different footprint, I had to throw another plate on there. This just is a direct mount RMR like this slide is. But if you get a Glock 26 Gen 5 MOS, it uses the crappy MOS system. Yes, it's versatile, whatever the case may be, but it also has more failure points, and on top of that, it's a higher sitting optic. And when it comes to everyday carry, if you are carrying with an optic, I know it's sort of hypocritical considering I'm talking about this right now, but this, I'm just been running it, been enjoying shooting it, and it hasn't affected my carrying. But generally, for everyday carry, you're going to go with the lowest dot possible. And with the Glocks, it just sits too high. I wish Glock would have just gone with an RMR pattern, just like this does, because you got plenty of great options. You don't need anything else. You don't have to have a super versatile MOS system or whatever the case may be, or do what the Echelon did even. It's better than the Glock MOS system. So overall, a great handgun, really well made. I'd like to see more people purchase them just so we can have a little bit better idea of reliability, quality, and so on. Right now, I only have 2 of them. So I can only tell you how my 2 have functioned, but so far so good. All the reviews I've seen on them are good. All the shooting videos, people are, having decent groupings. It's pretty solid. So 2 really good handguns. You can get a Glock 26 Gen 3 for $500. Get the GForce Arms GF9 Rapture for about $330. 2 awesome handguns. Love them both. Not quite in my carry rotation. After 1,000 rounds, it probably will be because I love shooting it. Let me know your thoughts on the 2 in the comments.